What's up? So this is InkedBlue. Welcome to the first episode.
It's the pilot.
The pilot episode, my G. Yeah, bro. So to my right, we got Ismail. We got Ismail Watara.
Shout out.
Introduce yourself here, my G.
My name is Ismail Watara. I guess that's all I need to say.
Plug the Instagram. Plug the Instagram.
Sick Negro at Instagram. I was gonna say at Instagram.com, but that's not Instagram. But yeah, Sick Negro on Instagram. Shout out to you. Also shout out to Inkscape for the location.
Yeah, shout out to Inkscape.
Shout out we'll do things later.
Insert video now. To my left,
go man like Leo, fam. You know them way.
Gunman
Like
Leo.
You know, underscore Aidan Leo. You know, real name, no gimmicks. Things there. You know, you can also check the photography, filmography.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
AE
sir.
underscore visuals underscore. You know them ones. So
Yeah, you should have plugged your YouTube as well, bro. But yeah, make sure they know how to spell the name because it's the E. We got the
listen,
A. We
check
got
it.
the I. How do you spell it?
How you spell A-O? A-I-D-A-N, bro. Just plug it in the description.
There we go, bro.
Description settings, fam.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
We're gonna link it, bro. Just
We're gonna link it. We're gonna link it. Yeah,
bio.
bro. But yeah. So we got myself, Malusi Maseti.
Man like midnight and that.
Man like midnight. Yeah, bro. All right. So today we got Chelsea 3, Crystal Palace 0. The boys off to a good start. We love to see it. And like just for context, we're all Chelsea fans here. Champions of Europe, Super Cup winners. Talk to us like that.
And big up man like Trev Shalabar, man. Big up the young G still.
Big up the young G.
For some time I thought he was a midfielder just because of his brother. I just assumed like he also played midfield. And I was like, he played centre back. So shout out to him. But yeah, Crystal Palace. It was a great. I mean, I think we bossed it from start to finish.
Dominant display. Absolutely dominant display.
Pulisic, he was my man of the match. Shout out to Chalobah for his goal, but I just think Pulisic was different gravy. Pulisic is one of my favorite players. I think he needs a big season. I think when he first signed, the way Lampard slowly implemented him into the team was really good. Because we were always like, why isn't Pulisic starting? But then he got his hat trick against Burnley, and we just saw him.
Develop from there.
And then so he just needs the big season.
I think the other person that needs a big season is Werner. In as much as you guys like to chat about Werner has been
man like Timo Torres and that. Bro, big up man like Timo still, bro.
Big up Timo, bro. We love you, Timo, man. What was you were saying on the gram, bro? When they were like, "We love you, Timo." The Chelsea post, they were like, "We love you, Timo." You know that, and then you were like, "There's no need to lie like this."
Yeah, because
what do you mean? What are you talking about?
I think Timo Werner is. I don't like the fact that a lot of Chelsea fans we like to baby him. He's not a child. Like Timo Werner is a grown man.
You know what the thing is? Bruv, these man, I told you, like man like Rashford and all this. I mean, the thing with Timo is if he had a finish on him, people they'll be bigging him up like he's this great player. But really, his technical ability is still what it is, bro.
Facts.
Bro, yesterday's game was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. When you watched him play, it really described him as a whole. Really, like he's an outlet. He's always he's a willing runner. He runs the channels, bro. But the amount of times, did you see that shot in the second half? Fam, allow that shot, bro.
I think he's terrible.
Like the thing is with him, he offers a level of. No, not a consistent X factor, but level of X factor that you wouldn't actually know exactly what he's going to give you at times. But what he gives you is useful to our front line because we didn't have another player that does that the same. Because Pulisic doesn't actually run the channels. He's actually quite receded. He likes to get on the ball, quick touches and stuff. So like with Werner, even oftentimes, remember the Ziyech goal with the Super Cup? He was the one that ran the bluff. It wasn't literally, he actually just made a shit run, but ended up making for a good bluff. That's facts, man. Because he always runs to the near post, it's outside the foot thing. So man's still.
I don't know why he does that, because he always gets the ball on his right foot, then he chops his left foot, and he hits the side, and he always does that.
No, it's because, you know what it is? Players, it's not like people think it's a confidence thing. Like I know the commentators saying it's not a confidence thing, it's the fact that he doesn't open up his body well enough to take it on his left foot. So he hopes that if he takes it on the outside of his foot, it can go like sort of towards the goal. But at the most, hit the pole. So it's like
mostly it is wishful thinking. The way Werner plans and executes his runs as well. He's good at like drawing. If we're referring to how crucial Werner actually is to our attacking output, we refer to the Champions League goal, Havertz's goal, sorry. How he drew Diaz out. Was a shit run? Yes, it was. Of course it was. Because I mean, you're not attacking the goal with the run. The only person attacking the goal with the run was Havertz.
But I think
it was crucial. He knew what he was doing.
The thing is, I think like. Actually, and I don't agree with him a lot, no offense, but like Carragher was saying this as well, like people need to change the expectations of the guy. He's not going to give you 20 goals. He might even give you 15. So it's like, for what he's good at, he benefits our team for what he's trying, what he does. When he starts, we know that's the thing. Same with like Alonso, and there's a few others. Okay, Alonso's actually technically very good, but just based on when he's actually starting the game, and when you're watching the team play, off yesterday's game, just with the lineup, I'm supposed to know how we're going to set up, how we're going to play, based on what the players give the formation that we play in, the implementation of the shape. So, looking at what Werner gives us, I'm like, you know what? Like, when you lower expectations with Ron coming in, I'm like, fair enough. And if he chips in with double digits, I'm like, fair enough.
With Ron coming in, do you think Werner gets into that front three?
No.
So, who's your front three?
I'm playing Big Rom, I'm playing Havertz, and I'm playing Mount or Ziyech.
Fair.
Or so if it's Mount, then Ziyech will be my guy. If it's Ziyech, then Mount will be the one coming in. But I think Havertz has to play, bro.
Yeah, 1,000%.
He's the calmest on the ball that we have.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing with Werner. He's too frantic. Like that's why he will always be out there for the channels. But I don't think Pulisic gets to that front three. Not for me. Not over Havertz.
I agree with that.
No
I
chance.
agree with that. The thing is, like, we're going to be rotating Pulisic and Werner. Especially like Mount is crucial as well to bring that stability.
Not just that, I think Mount's our most mobile team. So that's the only thing. If you play Havertz and Ziyech, you just need to get the balance right behind him. Because then Golo actually plays.
Yeah,
he has to play, period, really. But like Mount's, the thing is, with a Mount type of player, for the longevity of a 38-game season, the way he covers ground across the pitch, from side to side, I think that benefits Havertz and Rom a lot more. Because a lot of people say Rom's not that mobile, really. But he's improving a lot of facets of his game. But we just need him with the 18-yard. Like, I don't want no BS. Put the ball in the net now.
I guess the only thing I'm worried about is the fact with Lukaku coming back, is just the fact that he's been playing Italian football. And now you're coming back to English football now. English top flight football is very different.
But you know why? You know why I think it is. But you know why I think it doesn't apply here? Because Italian football, they play low blocks there as well. They are very they try to be very tactically astute on defense. So you just need to play with the partners. He played with Watara Martinez. So I feel like if we play like a Havertz could benefit.
1,000%.
Because Havertz he has no problem giving up the impetus. Because really he's not great. Rom will be our only really decent finisher. And Pulisic is probably up there next. But other than that, we don't really have any like true finishers. So I think it's fine because I think going there it actually benefited his game. When I watched him play in the Europa League, I was like, he's improved a lot.
Yeah, 1,000%. The thing with Lukaku is I don't even think he was like at United. I don't think he was terrible. I just think towards the end of his United career, just the manager didn't fancy him, so the situation wasn't great for him. So he had to leave. But even if we get like the Everton Lukaku, I think we've got a good striker.
I just feel like he doesn't suit the profile of United. If you look at the 08 team, if you look at the best teams, like the only imperfect in a good way, but the only imperfect player they had was like a Berbatov, who was like a Langwood type, like Havertz type player. But they still played with like, Lil Tevez, Nanis, Rooney's. So I just don't think he fits that profile. But you look at Drogba, you look at Costa, I think he probably fits that mold of player.
I think when we went for Morata and United went for Lukaku, I think we should have swapped. So they should have got Morata. I mean, he's dead, but I think Lukaku would have helped us. And Conte actually wanted him. Conte is the main reason he went to Inter. Because Conte, he says he loves a manager that actually values him. And Chelsea didn't really when Chelsea tried to sign him back in the back. They didn't really
There wasn't a manager trying to go
it was just for vibes. And then But Lukaku is going to be great this year. I'm really excited for him. What are you guys' expectations for him? Like, how many goals are we expecting from Lukaku this season?
I expect a slow start, if I'm being honest.
Fair.
If I'm being honest, I expect a slow start. I reckon if I think because Tuchel said he's going to play against Arsenal. I reckon he's going to back 2 against Arsenal. So he's gonna come out like flying against the Arsenal game. But once we start hitting the cities, Liverpool's, I think we're going to Liverpool after City.
Yeah.
I mean Liverpool after
Arsenal, which is crazy.
So I think once we hit Liverpool, he might score one. I think he's going to score one there, and then I reckon that's when he's going to bag 1, 2, and then bit of a drought. Then he's going to come back on again. Because obviously once you're playing, you did say what's called Italian football. They do play the low blocks as well. So similar to English football in that sense. But what's going to happen, I reckon, is he's going to the entire thing is he's just going to struggle to get off running once again like he did.
You know what it is? The reason it's not that he's playing with his back to goal. He like struggled with in terms of like a skill set. But they asked too much of him at United. I think he was too much of a wall past them. I feel like if he plays when he plays with us, he's not going to get the ball. I think that benefits him more. I feel like he doesn't really need to be that inclusive of the play. I feel like with Cover making the runs he does, because he's a great ball carrier. So with him and Jorginho there as well, I just feel like we have enough there.
Jorginho, by the way, put respect on Jorginho. Respect Jorginho. Jorginho is world class.
Fair.
Jorginho is world class. If anyone says any different, bro, you don't know football.
Bro, the thing about man like George and that is that we don't win the Champions League without him, bro.
Facts.
Bro, like he's pivotal to our team, bro. We like really as a manager, like in a man like Thomas's position, is that he struggles he takes the ball carrier out of our team just to really shoehorn country because he wants to keep Jorginho playing as that sort of quarterback, that quarterback type player. Because as I said, they're too frantic. Remember, we've tried Kante and Kovacic next to each other, bro. That was a dead combo, bro. We've even tried mounting the two. That was dead. We've tried Jorginho and Billy in the two. That was our worst combo. We got packed by Arsenal. So that's the thing. I just feel like with George, he gives us something.
He gives us so much stability. Not even like stability in the midfield, but the way he like directs play.
Bro,
like you can see, he like looks up,
the way him, Verratti, and Barella were popping into the Euros.
Shout out.
Man, like bro, there's not. That's what I was telling you about technical, but there's no speed there, bro. None of those speed. They play a 3 in midfield. There's no Wijnaldum, there's no Keita, there's no Oxlade-Chamberlain. You don't need that, bro.
It's a kid.
Bro, if you hold on to the ball, bro, other team can't score. And that's the thing. So, what I find interesting. Well, firstly, just back to the Rom thing. Like obviously me. I wasn't big on Rom because I was big on man like Erling, big up Erling. See, because I felt like just the type of player and the profile with the Germans that we have in the team. Okay, he's not German, but you know what I mean. I'm sure he speaks German by now. And I just feel like that, the connection that you would have with our sort of German contingent would have been good. And I feel like I don't think Rom can run the channels like he can, not the same way. And I felt like that if that was the profile that we were going for. But you just got to think with Rom. He plays his strengths, put it in the mixer, and he'll score goals, bro. That's kind of just what he does, So
what we were missing the whole time was a physical striker, someone to bully defenders. And I think Lukaku brings that, and that's why we'll score more goals because I feel like our strikers, our forwards have been bullied by defenders.
Shout out to Abraham.
Abraham's my guy still, fam. He's not playing our team, but like, listen, big up, man.
I think Abraham, I think he's a good striker. He just has a lot of things he needs to work on. Like, he needs to work on his strength. He has no strength at all. And his hitting is poor. For someone who's that tall, his hitting is shocking. I actually wanted him to go to West Ham just so he could stay in the Premier League, so he could adapt to the Premier League.
I don't think getting the team over Antonio. That's the first thing. But the other thing is, I think his spatial awareness isn't very good as well. I think I was hoping you'd learn a lot more from Giroud. Actually, so I feel like Giroud just brings a level of like intelligence that I just don't think he has. Like his football IQ, this isn't spitting up there
at all.
But like physically, athletically, that is not so much strength wise. He's there. He's the genetics. It's like it's there. So I just feel like persevering with him in and around the squad might benefit him, but I just don't think what 11 he gets into. Maybe plays in like the League Cup probably. But it's a tough one for him because
where would you like to see him go in terms of development?
I mean, his deal to Rome is 99% done.
99% done.
So I think he's gonna.
I think maybe Italy benefits him.
I just can't see him playing with Mourinho. I feel like that's not gonna work because
I was confused at first. I was like,
apparently Mourinho really wanted him. Okay. So maybe, but obviously Chelsea always had the buyback clause. So if it turns out that he's a baller, we bring him back when after Rom's 5 years. Then he comes and he does what he needs to do. But
I think after Rom's tenure, I think we move on. I think if he gets to that team now, he has to stay. Personally.
Tammy.
Yeah, I don't think he gets to our team.
Yeah, that's why he's going to leave. But I just
don't think because Rom, like big up Rom for this actually, because he actually he's chosen to come to us in his prime years. So you can see he's a Chelsea fan, like he's a Chelsea boy, definitely. So I just feel like in that way I respect him and I get behind him because I just feel like it benefits us having a player like that in his prime. I just don't feel like Tammy's not young. You know what I mean? We're talking football here. In 5 years' time, you know, he's probably slumming it at Everton or something. Cleaning boots somewhere because we don't know what's happening with Calvert-Lewin. We don't know. He doesn't get any team over Antonio, not for me. So that's what I said. That's why it's peak for like like Arsenal and Spurs and that because like everyone seems to like Ings is a Villa now. So you know what I mean? It's like it's tough.
Like always people say like, man, 28 isn't old. Like yes, it's not old, but in terms of footballing, it's you're getting there.
Yeah.
You know, you're close. You know.
But no, the thing is, it's a tough go because I just feel like. When we got wrong, obviously for the price, I think it was like 97 million pounds. It was 115 euros. So the thing is, it was tough because really, when you look at the top quality forwards out there, we're not really talking about men. We're talking about guys that are pretty wrapped up. We're talking about the Benzema, we're talking about the Lewandowski's. Like it was always, and then you know a man like Erling and Rom. So I mean, I remember years ago, we're talking about like Andrea Bellotti and that. The man stuck out the Euros, bro. I feel like he died and came back to miss a pen, fam.
Yeah, he was.
So you just don't feel like he fits our profile. He could have put like a Cyril. Like I remember we were linked to Cyril Immobile from when he stuck the place out at Dortmund. And it's also just it wouldn't have suited us, especially now. Like there's no one. You know, like who are we talking about? What's it? You know,
the amount of top quality strikers is scarce now. Because I don't think a lot of teams aren't really like.
I don't think Watara Martin suits our player.
Yeah, not at all.
So I just don't, going for a player like Rom with a profile of like, that's got 130 Prem goals. He's no scrub. So I just feel like what he brings us, maybe like a Drogba type more hope. Problem is in the teams that Drogba played, because I think he was probably a career like 1 in 4. It's probably not great, but we had goals coming from all over the pitch. So I feel like people need to step up.
Yeah, especially on midfield. I feel like our midfielders are scared to shoot, especially Kovacic. Kovacic always gets in great opportunities, but he just passes it on.
That's why it was such a breath of fresh air to see Chalobah take on that shot to get that goal.
Because if Kovacic is
honestly, seeing the way he drifted back inside and then in that pocket of space and he took the shot on. I was like, good on you, lad. Good on you. Because like for the longest time we've been seeing we prod away at that low block.
I think we need one more. I think if we do win the league, Havertz needs to get like 12 to 15. Personally.
Yeah, at least. I think
to win well. Because I think our wing back give us 5 each. I think Alonso or Chilwell they give us like 5, and then maybe like I think Reece like chips in, Aspie chips in. But other than that, I just feel like it's tough because you look at United team, you get City team's goals all over the pitch. So. We have to see, as you say, Jorginho, because Jorginho's on pens. He's our top scorer last year. So that's some crazy. So with him there, Mount is chipping. I think he needs to give 8 to 10. Or Havertz gives 8 to 10, he gives 12 to 15, something like that. So I don't feel like Rom carries it. I think Rom, to answer your question, so I didn't get an answer. I think he needs to be in around 20 for us to like really be pushing.
Do you think he will get 20?
I fucking hope so. I feel like forward Rom is bringing our team. If he doesn't, then it's like, well, bro, let's be real. He's not offering anything astronomical in terms of what the other players give, in terms of like technically, in terms of what a false 9 type system gives us. But then the problem with that false 9 system is, the longevity of the season. It comes to get you. We don't have De Bruyne and like Bernardo Silva and like we don't have those kind of ballers. So he needs to give us 20, I think. And if he does, I feel like we push City.
I mean, like obviously we all know last season our biggest problem was scoring goals. And like Werner, shout out Werner, he missed like 17 big game chances or big chances, and like that's literally the difference between making top 4 and challenging for the league. So I feel like if Lukaku can just pitch in with 18 goals minimum, like let's say he gets 18 goals, I feel like that could go a long way. Because Werner, I think he got like 6 goals last season, which is not the best. But it's gonna be.
I feel like the way we play. if Ron gives 20, I think he'll probably win the league.
I mean, okay, I want to ask this later, but I just want to get everyone's expectations for this season. So what do you think? What classifies as a great season? What classifies as a failure?
Great season is obviously winning.
Okay.
I feel like winning the league, but I think we have to get the semis of UEFA Champions League. Yeah. So I think we have to get semis. I mean, I know, like, the Arsenal fans like, the League Cup, fuck the League Cup. Actually, sorry, I know we must try to keep it PG and for these Arsenal fans.
Don't worry, I'll blurt it out.
Is it
we still want to get some monetization.
We're going to get a wing and a beep in them things. Okay, no stress.
We should do that, bro. Great season, as I said before, is winning the Premier League. I think great season also just pushes us semis of the Champions League. Good season.
I think we need to win a cup, though. I think we have the ability to win a cup.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the cups. Like when we lost the FA Cup, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I didn't watch the game, but I was like, yeah, cool, we lost the FA Cup. But like, it's the FA Cup. I feel like it's lost its value.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you winning the league or gaining top 4 winning the FA Cup, then it's something different.
Yeah.
If you like something at 8th and you win the FA Cup, then it's just like.
Shout out. I saw this question online, and a lot of the answers kind of like baffled me because I thought it was just a clear answer. But Premier League or the Champions League, which one would you rather win? You can only win one this season. Which are you winning?
I'm winning the Prem this season.
This season? Prem.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't want to retain the Champions League?
Look, I would love to. I'd love to retain the Champions League, but I think in terms of what this club needs right now is
you got to dominate. You got to dominate domestically, bro. I just feel like it's important for us to actually like win this now because I feel like in the last 10, 15 years we've won the most trophies.
2017.
Yeah, we've won the most trophies
in the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, last 20 years.
In the last, was it 20 years?
20 years.
Yeah,
since Abramovich come in.
Since Abramovich, we've won the most trophies. So, I mean, again, I'd love to retain Champions League, but I feel like a priority for Chelsea this season needs to be.
We can't go too long out winning the Premier.
That's it.
But to retain the Champions League is different, baby.
That's also facts.
Listen, but no one's saying if we to come second in the Prem. First, we need to close the gaps. That's the first thing. If we are to not win, it can't be, bro. I think a few seasons ago, like Liverpool was like 33 points or something. Allowed it, like 33 points, bro. But I've not been there, so I just feel like. And I think last season, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was 19 points from City. That's way too much.
Yeah.
It's way too much. So I just feel like closing that gap, and then obviously we're to win it. I'm not gonna complain and be like, fuck, won the Champions League.
Yeah.
So it's all good, but I just feel like, the club owe it to themselves of spending that money around to actually take it home now.
Yeah.
And the team is right to take it home. You know what I mean? So
I think other than City, I think we have the second best squad. Like, it's even arguable that we have the best squad. Like,
I don't think we have the best squad. I think they have the best squad.
So, other than City. But yeah, I don't think Liverpool squad's
That's interesting because if you argue like who is the best starting lineup, there's probably 4 teams you can have in and around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just talking about if you were to say United in the way I would choose their team, I'd be like, fair enough, they have the starters, so they're probably up there. But I feel like
Sancho coming in now as well.
Yeah.
I think Sancho's full.
Jaden looked good, and I think Marshall looked good when he came on as well.
He needs a big season as well. He just needs to wake up.
It's tough though because I feel like he takes a lot of but criticism that's a bit like not football related. Like, I ain't gonna get into that now, but I don't want to be. But like, listen, I said fuck, I want that. That's facts. We know what this thing's about, but let's But I just feel like last season he got lots of. He hardly played. I think he was injured for.
He was injured for a big
chunk.
So I was like, why? Like, what happened to him? He just like disappeared.
But I feel like man like Ganu's gonna do bits as well.
No, really.
So he's going to be up there, young Gunner and that. And then Cavani as well, bro. Their team's looking, they've got some decent replacements there.
That's why I think top 4 is. I think top 4. Okay, my top 4 would be in a perfect world.
Yeah.
So my expectation for Chelsea, I think we have to win the league. We don't have to, but I would love if we could win the league.
Yeah.
So we kind of have to though.
But in terms of like realistic prediction,
I'll say first. I really will say first.
You think we're going to win this season?
I think the only thing that stops us from winning the league is ourselves. City different gravy, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But Pep likes to overthink things. But in the Premier League, he's different gravy.
Yeah.
But I think like if we can just get it clicking, we can do bits. Cause
I mean, the thing is, it's easy to say because I hear this like a lot of people saying like Tuchel's got he's got his number and then family we'll idiot and get packed. Then what are we saying? You know what I mean? So it's like it's easy to say these things. You know what I mean? Because they just say Pep's always doing them as a
yeah.
Bro, I don't know Pep, man. Like Pep being like after the Champions League. after the Champions League final, he went straight to his books, man.
Yeah.
This man didn't take no holiday, nothing like that. He went to his books.
I just feel like,
know how he is the tactics, bro.
You know, they winning the game with playing Gundogan as a 6. That was probably a mistake.
Yeah.
They should have played fun.
He lost Champions League for them.
But I just feel like this season is not going to be like that. And I feel like if you play Grealish and KDB as 2-8s, like it's going to be peak. It's going to be peak. So I don't know. And you know, I think if they get Kane, it could be long for us, bro.
Yeah, if they get Kane's game over for everyone.
I feel like if they get Kane, because I just feel like Kane could have an off season, but what they need, it's even lesser than what we need from Rob. What they need from Kane, if Kane has to have like his worst season and get 15 goals, let's say, I think they still win, bro.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, but Gundogan was packing like I think got 12 Prem goals. Gundogan, bro.
No, he really stepped up.
In like a few months, he got that, and I was just like, okay,
when KDB was really
honestly,
stepped up.
it's city signs that make me think they're going to retain it again.
I mean, if they do, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. And I think we challenged third.
Wow.
Nah, bro. I think that's a failure, bro. If we don't get second, I think we have to get second. I don't, bro. I ain't here for man like Ollie. You know, screwing up in second again. So man, allow it for Ollie got a freestyle in that. Bro.
See, that's the thing. I think United are finishing second again.
Really?
I think United are finishing second.
I don't know.
Bro, if we have to be, if we don't win, we have to be the best of the rest. I don't care, bro. We have to be the best of the rest. For me, we spoke about like what do we want in terms of like from this season, like in terms of like in a max sense, in a minimum sense, we have to come second. Like that's the one thing about that I think about Chels fans, because sometimes beer man just talking shit out here, but like I feel like the expectations won't be out there. We came third last season. No, we didn't come fourth again. Fourth again. So
that was crazy. Also, how we bottled the top 4.
So we bottled it again.
Against Villa, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I just feel like. Yeah, bro. The last season was rough, though. I feel like with a full season, we should come second. Because I knew man like Frank was getting sacked after that Leicester game, bro. We got packed by Madison and that, bro. I knew we were, bro. When you watch that game, I was like, yeah, man, not done out here.
No, don't get me wrong. We played poorly, but I just think they didn't give him enough time.
No, allow that.
No, that is conversation for another. I doesn't say we need to touch that.
That's okay. Look. That's another.
All I'm gonna say is because I'm a Chelsea fan, like man, I love Frank. Man, like JT Frank, but bro, you giving. He's a scrub manager, bro. He is. He is. No matter no matter what people can say, like we know Jody Morris carried that team, bro. He was the coach. He was the coach of the side. He was at Derby. He was the coach, and like we know. So I know what Jody brings to the table. The problem is. It's a nostalgia thing. This nostalgia thing, bro, gets you nowhere, fam. Fam, don't forget, you sitting here now saying he got more time. A few weeks before he got sacked, he was the one that said, this team can't challenge for the league. We won the fucking Champions League, mate. That's all you're going to say now. Tuchel with the exact same players. Don Hutchinson on commentary yesterday was saying how, Tuchel's he's really benefiting from like the signings that Frank made. How well did the signings do under Frank, by the way?
Facts.
So, bro, like it's just like, and that's not like disrespect him like in a broad, like in like specific, like his character, but it's like factually they were dry. He was playing Havertz left wing in that. Don't forget, bro. Ziyech was nowhere.
I forgot about that.
But remember
Havertz left wing against Liverpool, bro.
He also really didn't. Lampard also didn't get a preseason, so he didn't really have time to like chop and change and see what works for him. So the only time he had.
What is it?
No, he got a preseason, bro. The season before he got the job. Remember?
No. I'm saying with all the signings, with all the new signings, COVID. So
but I mean, bro, like you got it. Like we can't like use natural disasters or like outbreaks or like bro, like those things just happen.
Yeah.
And in terms of our performances. Once you're there on the pitch, bro, nothing to do with like where they were, what was that? Because Havertz and Werner still playing against Brighton the first game of the season. And because obviously James packed it in the third goal, which is good. But like other than that, bro, we were shit that game, and I knew it was gonna be long for us, bro. Because, bro, Alonso, bro, he was shunned out the squad, bro. Rudiger's been our best centre back for a whole year, bro. Since Tuchel come in, he's been our best CB. Man, I'm talking about Zuma and that, bro. Taking 5 different body shapes to pass 5 yards, bro. Allow it, bro. Bro, he takes, man's pulling up like Mystique in that, bro. Man, changing his form, bro. Changing his form to pass the ball 5 yards.
Nah, man, shame, but we know Zuma's not great with on.
No, but the thing is, Zuma, I know what he gives, but like the way like when he was playing, and bro, he was like stinking out the place, scoring headers, and that you were like, okay, cool, but like when it comes out to 38 game season, bro, the light it's bright, bro. And we know playing that even now. Playing in Sutka, bro, he's starting to play. Stop playing in the middle. Playing because he can't play with both feet, bro. Because I know if we play, they obviously know. Like I know only Christensen and Thiago Silva can do that role for me. Like that's why they brought Chalaba in as well, because they needed someone. Because remember, others were going to buy Jules Koundé. I don't really rate Jules Koundé that much, but in a three, he could be good in a 3.
Yeah.
But how much we paying for Jules Koundé? We were like
70 more.
But it was like how much whatever much his cost was with. But
I think didn't Sevilla also say that they weren't accepting player plus cash deals?
Yeah.
But no, Zuma didn't want to go to Sevilla, bro.
Zuma didn't want to go.
I ain't gonna stick out the Europa League, bro. I was just like chill.
He went to go West Ham actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, but that's because he apparently wants to stay in London.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it makes sense. His family's settled in London.
And he's been there the whole time. I mean, the furthest we've got is pushing to Merseyside. That's the furthest we got him out of the club, really. You know, but because obviously he played at Everton those few years.
Yeah.
But I just feel like depending on how Chalaba does, I think he's gonna stick with him.
Yeah, I think he should.
I think we don't buy Jules Koundé anymore. I just feel like he needed someone. Because that left side was tough. Because I think Rudiger probably does it the best.
Yeah.
But I think that right side, we needed someone with energy, with legs. So
shout out to Christensen as well. Christensen had a brilliant game.
Yeah.
I think Christensen had a brilliant game.
I think the whole back three, they've rolled back to
He's
Boston.
solid.
I think Rudiger was immense, bro. Like I just feel like,
Yeah.
bro, I feel like what he gives. Because obviously he still had some erratic moments in him, but I feel like the way we're playing now, I just feel like he offers that backline so much, bro.
Yeah.
I want to bring the smoke to the Emirates, bro. Because I feel like we could bury them, bro. Bro, they play us and they play City, bro.
Yeah.
So
we also play Liverpool, so.
No, but I'm saying just based on where they will be by September. Bro, they could be in the bottom 3.
Fair.
By September.
Bro, deep that, bro. So they play us, then they play City, their next game's Norwich. By then, they could be in the bottom 3, fam.
Yeah.
Anything is possible, man.
Zero from
I'm not gonna talk too much because whenever I talk too much, things come to bite me back. So
That's me.
I'm just gonna be humble.
Exactly.
So after the game, that's when I'll chat. But before the game, I'm always I'm on my humidity thing, and then we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, bro. Listen, here's the thing, and like I don't want to make it about these, but like we saying they're getting nowhere into the top 4. That's based on the context of the whole season.
Yeah.
So them beating us isn't that much of an L because I know these men are good, bro. Wow, for these guys. They got that all or nothing document. They're talking about names for them things there. Talking about like 8 or nothing.
That's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fire.
Bro, did you hear that thing, bro? 8 or nothing, bro.
That's gonna be fire. That is gonna be fire.
Listen, I don't want to. It's like just to end off that.
You see?
Nah, I'm just saying.
See, and there's gonna be any time.
Nah, I'm just saying,
a humble thing. Nah.
So
Own it.
Just a quick story on the thing. Like.
Yeah.
So just before we end up, like just end the thing, like. So yesterday I was watching a pod, right? And then I saw in the chat room. My man was like, so for the Amazon thing.
Yeah.
So you know, first big up Troops and Robbie and them. Remember that video of Troops when he's like, when is it gonna end, Robbie? They said that's what they should rename. That's what they should name the Amazon. When is it gonna end?
Fair.
Damn, man.
Well, shame.
When is it gonna end, Robbie?
A lot of people can just.
Big up Troops though, bro. Troops, my guys.
Check out the waste, man.
But like, when is it gonna end?
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think that's it, man.
I mean, unless you guys had anything else you wanted to say?
Nah, man. I think this could be an interesting season.
Good intro so far. I feel like we have a long season of videos and things to come out.
It'll be interesting. Just for obviously support the thing. Shout out to if you're watching this. Shout out to you. It's gonna be a great journey.
Listen, all our socials will be in the descriptions. Also, like subscribe, all them things.
I mean, like, share, comment, subscribe, the whole 9.
I'll include like little bits of like those cards that you can add in post. Just just for our socials there. But yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you for
also
watching,
big up
guys.
InkedBlue for the hospitality.
Yeah, shout out.
Big up
This
Inkscape.
wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Inkscape. Because to be fair, we've had this idea for like months now.
A long time.
But the biggest factor of us not doing this was location. Just want to say shout out to Inkscape. Come down to Inkscape. If you want to get like affordable accommodation, Inkscape's your place. Just come support things in a great location, Inkscape on Castle. Shout out. But I mean, that's us. That's InkedBlue. It's Malusi. This is Aidan. It's your boy. Peace and love.
Cheers, man.